The dog ate my $4,000. After School Satan Club and the guests at Tokyo Disney say, thanks for noticing me, to Eeyore on today's episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes!
Everybody to 1, 2, 3 Jokes, the competitive comedy podcast where we'll take 3 stories from the news, write 3 jokes about each story, and decide who's written the funniest jokes. My name is Jeremy Martinez.
My name is Ricardo Leon.
I'm Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
I'm Amanda Kerberg.
And I'm Vanessa Flores.
Vanessa Flores, our producer, and Jeremy, Carly, and Rick doing the whole barbershop quartet thing.
Listeners, me and Rick tried to talk into Jeremy's microphone. I'm sure it sounded amazing.
Vanessa ran across the studio.
I was kind of hoping she was going to do that.
Carly, welcome back.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. I haven't seen you guys since last year.
Wait,
Oh my gosh.
Jewish New Year?
No,
Okay,
okay. The Jewish New Year was back in October.
Belated.
Or September?
A crazy mixed up people.
We follow the lunar calendar.
They are lunar.
I'm American, so I use Jesus dates as well. BCAD.
That's my favorite dating site, too.
JesusDates.com. We were talking about dating sites before we started recording, listeners. It was fun. But you can't listen to those stories. Or you can if you join our Patreon. Were we recording them?
Oh, no, that was not appropriate.
At the travel to Arizona and join us for our show level.
Oh, we should do that.
Is that $4 a month?
For $50 a month, you can come help us set up.
For $5,000 a day.
Yeah, all the good stuff is when we're throwing cords around and putting mics in and stuff.
And passive aggressively being annoying to each other.
Yeah, all of us doing that. All of us.
Ricky's not doing it passive aggressively. He's doing it aggressively.
I was being mean to you guys. I was aggressively saying, yeah, you assholes are passive aggressive.
So, I have for the last 4 weeks been asking everyone to play trivia with me on Wednesday nights. Wow. And then all of a sudden Ricky's like, hey guys, on a Tuesday night, let's all go play trivia.
And we won!
And I was really mad that you didn't come with me to my trivia.
Why don't you come to our trivia?
I couldn't go. I was busy.
Okay, well, same story.
No.
Let's get into round one.
No, listen. But I want to know because, I wasn't going to be on the last recording. And me and my husband and Jeremy and Vanessa went and did trivia before the last recording.
And we didn't win.
Oh, right.
So maybe it's better you guys didn't join
I
our
told
trivia.
Vanessa.
How did that go?
I forgot. I told Vanessa to share my story. And
Share my story.
Tell them my story.
said it like that too. I said, you have to tell them my story.
And then she died.
She was like Jack going down, tell them my
Yeah.
story. I was like, okay, I will.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's plans.
She released me into the ocean and then she immediately forgot about me.
She's like, wow, Carly's really fucked up tonight.
So, I don't know if you're a frequent listener of the show, you remember back over Thanksgiving, a bunch of us went and did trivia, and there was a whole debacle over ricotti, whether it was ricotta or ricotti, and I was very upset with Jeremy because we ended up not getting in first place. So we all did trivia again fairly recently, and there was another spelling challenge. It was like a Wheel of Fortune thing.
My specialty.
Wheel of Fortune thing. And the clue was electric car company, and they gave you a couple of the letters.
Yeah, like Wheel of Fortune. It was like blank, I, blank, I, blank, blank.
Yeah. Okay, so, and we were baffled. We couldn't figure anything out. And Jeremy, all of a sudden, he's like, oh, I think it could be this. And we're like, well, that kind of sounds good. Okay.
I was wrong. It was blank, I, blank, blank, blank. Sorry.
It doesn't matter.
I think this is way less interesting than you guys think it is.
No, it doesn't matter.
not
Listen,
Tesla.
Yeah.
I was just very upset because we all were really uncertain and Jeremy was kind of certain. And we were like, all right, let's bid low because you can bid between 1 and 9 points. But once you use your point value, it's gone. So the high points, you don't use them unless you're certain, okay? And so right off the bat, we had all our point values and Jeremy's like, a 9. Bid a 9. I'm like so effing confident. And of course we were wrong and we had like blown our 9 right off the bat. And
I hate blowing my 9.
I hate blowing my 9. And I said,
But sometimes
Vanessa,
motherfuckers cross the line. So.
I said, Vanessa,
blow my
tell my
9.
story. And she forgot.
The only thing for evil that wait, what the fuck was it again? I just looked it up.
Now,
For
anyway,
good men to do nothing.
the only thing necessary for evil to triumph in the world is for good Vanessa's to not tell your story.
Kind of looked like you were reading that from your phone.
He was. He
I
was.
remember the actual quote.
even though Vanessa is with Jeremy, I do count her as like an unbiased source here. So, Vanessa, how did you see things go?
Yeah.
It was
Oh, were you too high?
I was a little high, but it was also like I knew what he was talking about because we've seen a truck or something called a Rivian.
I thought it was Rivian.
and
I
the
thought the answer
letters
was
kind of
Rivian.
lined
Wow.
up. And it's
Isn't
like
that like
Never heard of
vibrating
that.
chair thing?
A rabbit?
No, there's like a chair that has like a dildo. You can put a dildo on it, and you like can fuck.
Oh
the
my
saddle
God,
thing.
the motor bunny. Are we doing that again?
Rivian. There's a one called a Rivian too, I think.
Oh. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I
the
was
trivia
that's not
question?
what it was.
I want to clarify.
Was it motor bunny?
I wasn't mad that Jeremy got the answer wrong because none of us knew the answer. I was mad that he was so confident that he made us
the
burn
9.
our 9.
I think we kept like upping the amount. I think that's why Carly's so mad is because it was like, okay, maybe it's like a 5. I'm feeling like it's a 6. Put down a 7. Like,
What if we did an 8?
Like, oh my God.
Crazy 8, right?
Is this like a 9 situation?
you guys?
I was so upset.
Now, these stories obviously make me not want to play trivia with you guys at
Hey,
all.
let's tell our story, Amanda. We had
we
a
have a
team
story?
of a bunch of really smart people who
We had a
really
bunch
good
of
time,
nerds.
and
We had a bunch
won.
of very fun nerds,
Ugh.
and we won, and that's the end of the story.
God, I'd rather blow my 9.
I do notice that the more people on a team, the more likely it is that you'll score high. So was it the nerd or was it the amount of
We
nerds?
also had a very, very nice, helpful bartender.
come on.
I used him
Whatever.
like once or
Take
twice.
that high five back.
Here's what we're going to do.
No, but he's our friend.
He was
a low
essentially on the
five.
team.
He's
It's
on the
just
team.
we couldn't, it's
He's
just
just
he had to
working,
work
too.
at the time.
This is what we're going to do. Me, my husband, Jeremy, and Vanessa on a team versus you two and that bartender.
oh my God! If we can bring the bartender.
Oh, no, wait, no,
Yeah,
you can't have
we're
the
gonna
bartender.
crush you.
I'm not going all the way.
And
out there.
I guess I'll just go
Nobody
fuck
was-
myself.
Give yourself a real
You're invited
9-9.
to-
Yeah. That's all right.
God damn it! Let's start the show,
Yes.
please.
Okay.
All right. Pittsburgh couple's dog eats $4,000 in cash. Clayton Law said he and his last name is Law. It's
Clayton
not like
Law.
the law of a town named Clayton.
We're not doing Attorneys for Men again, so go on.
Okay. Oh.
It does sound like a CBS sitcom, but like drama. Clayton Law.
Attorney for Men.
I am the Clayton Law.
A human
Sure
being
was
named
sweaty.
a human being named Clayton Law and his wife Carrie Law. I don't know why that's funny.
Carrie Law,
Have you met Carrie Law, my wayward son?
And wife.
I'm your daughter, Dad. I transitioned.
That's what she claims.
Anyway, the Laws were having a fence installed at their home, and the workers requested to be paid in cash. So he left an envelope filled with $4,000 in hundreds and $50 bills on the kitchen counter. Law said he returned to the kitchen about 30 minutes later to find Cecil, the couple's 7-year-old baby golden doodle puppy smeesh, and making a meal out of the cash. Oh, he's so cute.
Fuck
No,
that
no
dog.
edits. No edits to the story, please.
But yes, edits to the video.
I walked into the back. I walked back into the room, and then all this cash was on the ground. He's just like this standing there, and I'm like, just, oh my God, he ate some of this money, and I was in shock. I yelled, Carry my wayward son.
Carry like I love
He
that.
ate the
All the
money.
time.
He ate the $4,000. The couple set about trying to reassemble the shredded bills and came up with $1,500 worth of bills with serial numbers that were intact enough to have the bank replace them. I didn't know banks did that. Did you
But
guys?
that was just from the vomit. And then,
If you like rip a 10, you just give it to them. They'll
Yeah.
give you anyone.
Yeah.
yeah.
But can you get two? Oh, it has to have the serial number. But what if you rip it right in half where the serial number?
So
They'll
the,
just, yeah.
the rule is
They're cool.
they'll only the Treasury will only replace if it's more than 50% of the bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
And if they're not grossed out.
Well, speaking of grossed out, a couple more $100 bills were retrieved later in the evening when Cecil vomited, but the rest of the money involved a lot of waiting and a whole lot of very dirty work. The couple sifted through Cecil's droppings for the next 2 days.
Could put in so
and-
much emphasis.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, quit acting like they're euphemisms.
Oh, sorry. The couple sifted through Cecil's fucking shit for the next 2
Shit,
days and
in
used
quotes.
a utility sink to wash the shreds of paper so they could be taped back together.
utility sink.
In the end, the couple were able to salvage about $3,500.
Yeah.
The butthole.
Man, and they deserve that, frankly. Oh my gosh.
Jeremy, did you want to start us off?
Sure. Oh, the backyard fence is finally done. Good. Well, let me finally let the dog out to go poop so I can get you guys paid.
The entire retrieval of the cash was televised on the new reality show. How much is $4,000 to you, really?
Oh, who's an idiot? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Fuck you. Fuck you.
They say a lot of our money has trace amounts of cocaine on it, but amounts so small only a dog could smell, but enough that a dog could easily develop a $4,000 a day habit.
For the expensive breed with expensive tastes, U.S. legal tender.
I wish we could afford it.
That's really good.
Well, if you loved your dog. Guys, sorry we're late on the payment, but here it is. Feel free to count it and not smell it.
Feel free to not smell it.
That's what everyone does at the bank. They just slide something over and say, "Don't smell that."
Nothing suspicious here.
Well, I would have immediately just broken him open with a hammer, but then again, I've always been too impatient to let those savings accumulate.
Oh my God.
Why don't you just take the plug out of its butthole? Shake it around.
Shake it. Hey, Scooby, would you go into that haunted drain pipe for 2 Scooby snacks? What about a cool 4K?
What was I doing? Ah, yes. Cecil. Do you know what I did to the last dog that fucked with my money? I had his balls cut off. He had to wear a cone for a week.
Balls cut off.
Now get out of my sight before I get the newspaper. All right. Is that it for the jokes around one?
That's it.
All right.
Whoa.
Just because of the mention of dogs, Carly is clapping.
No, I think that might have been the best round
That
I've
was
ever
a
witnessed on
great
this
round. So I wouldn't go that far.
It did feel pretty solid. Like everything went really
It was a very
smoothly.
solid round.
maybe
Yeah.
We need to get all our bullshit out at the beginning, like we did today about the trivia thing, and then we'll smooth sailing from there on.
So listeners and viewers, just get through that first 5 minutes or so. And you're golden.
That's when it picks up.
Our Amanda, our
Wait,
judge.
on YouTube, I think that you can set flags for viewers. So why don't you just put the
yeah, you
flag,
can.
start the show?
I'm not doing more things.
All right.
Okay, let's go ahead and start with Ricardo. So, reality show, that was fantastic. I gave that a 5. The U.S. legal tender, the joke writing was so solid there because it would not have been as funny if you'd have just said cash or money, but U.S. legal tender, that took it home.
With no corn, or animal byproduct.
Yeah. Anymore.
Tender pieces of real tender.
Okay, so I gave that one a 6, and then we closed out with the Scooby snacks. I gave that a 4. All right, Jeremy.
Are you okay, Ricky?
Well, I thought 4 was 0.
It is.
Trying not to stop it.
Oh, you're not satisfied with your score?
He doesn't like, see, no one wants to get a 4 now. I'm trying to hold on to 3 still being 0, okay? So if you get a 4, it's still good, be happy. Go out, take Bob as your role model here.
He's going to get 3 4s, and he's not going to complain about it.
If I get a 3 today, you guys just tell my story.
No, Vanessa will forget. Listen, wait, Amanda, are you the kind of person who's like, when you go out to eat, you give 20% tip no matter how bad the service is?
Oh, yeah. No. Let me tell you a story about a gentleman who ruined my Lyft rating.
Okay.
I still gave him 3 stars because I just couldn't, because 3 is 0. So I guess 3 is 0 in life as well. So I gave him 3 stars and I still tipped him like 20-25%.
But why did that happen?
Because he says that me or my passenger slammed his door shut and he yelled at us.
And neither of us did.
Oh, it was you.
No, I didn't. We didn't. And he was yelling at us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
he
day
yelled at us.
Ricky
And he
ruined
was
your-
also like, I'm sorry, a terrible Lyft driver as well. Like it was like, it smelled in the car. I swear to God, this man was probably high. I mean, it was just
me? You can't judge him for that.
So
my passenger.
just know when you get a 3 on your joke, you're basically this Lyft driver.
Well, that is.
Wow, that is.
But you know how long I got a 5-star Lyft? I was proud of that.
And now what, you're 4.9?
4.9.
Gross.
Oh, you're an awful person.
No one's going to pick me up anymore.
You're going to have to walk everywhere.
But yeah, I could not tip this man at least 20%. I just couldn't do it. And like, I gave 3 stars. That's terrible. That's how consistent I am.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we get tips, then I'll excuse any low scores. So if any cash comes my way, that's fine.
I'm
Well,
gonna eat it.
it'll go through a dog first. Are you sure?
Let me get back to you on that.
Okay, who were we on? Bob. All right, so for your first one,
a 3.
let me read back Bob's jokes. Fuck you, smell it, balls cut off.
Fuck you, smell it.
All right, I gave fuck you a 5. I really enjoyed that. Not smell it, I just gave a 4. Balls
Fucking insulting.
and balls cut off. We went back to a 5. Okay, Jeremy started out strong. Dog poop, gave that a 5.
Let's see.
Strong dog poop.
I always start with strong dog.
Looking at your guys' joke, it's a bunch of dog shit. So
But a strong dog.
And the cocaine dog, I just thought the writing could have been a little stronger, but I love the premise. So I give that a 4. And then the savings accumulating, it was just, there was dog violence in that one, so it got a 4. All right. So
Somehow it's harsher now.
yeah, don't explain why anymore.
You guys
I
are
thought you
basically.
guys used to love me explaining.
No,
Aaron
that's
Craft did explaining.
It's just, because you give us these like zeros and then you tell us
0.
See,
the 4s are 0.
No, they're not.
I thought there was a
0.
really good round, but you're treating them like they're a bunch of terrible Lyft drivers right now.
Listen, we're dwelling, so if we keep this up, we'll never be done with this episode.
It's
so,
joint inflation.
so we'll just have to take our medicine here.
I just don't like the way you slammed my jokes.
Man, with all the feedback, this is feeling like 1, 2, 3 Bobs.
Hey, I like the sound of that.
Okay,
Bob's one show.
so we close the round with Ricardo in the lead with 15.
Boo.
Despite a lot of complaining still. Bob in second with 14, and Jeremy in third with 13.
Okay.
All right, so it's still a close game heading into round 2.
I'll just go to our judgment app.
Planned after-school Satan Club sparks controversy in Tennessee. After-school Satan Club, hosted by the Satanic Temple, will offer activities to children at a Tennessee elementary school this semester.
That's my new goth band is After school Satan Club.
Oh, that was Tennessee Elementary School.
That's metal.
Yeah, that's a good double bill,
That's
though.
Southern Gothic.
I'm gonna read this like a Satan-y kind of evil. Activities.
Yeah, don't change anything.
Perfect. I'll do my impression of Ricky now. Activities such as science, community service projects, puzzles and games, nature activities, and arts and crafts. The move immediately proved controversial. A flyer by the club. Arts and crafts, no. A flyer about the club says the Satanic Temple is the non-theistic religion that views Satan as a literary figure who represents a metaphorical construct of rejecting tyranny and championing the human mind and spirit. That's a long flyer. A lot of words for flyer. It says it doesn't attempt to convert children to any religious ideology, but offers activities that emphasize a scientific, rationalistic, and non-superstitious worldview. Memphis Shelby County Schools said in a statement that the district would rent out the school's library to the organization per its policies. As a public school district, we're committed to upholding the principles of
Tennessee.
the first... As a public school district, we're committed to upholding the principles.
Excuse me. Anyway, as I was saying,
Sorry, I had something in my throat. We're upholding the principles of the First Amendment. I don't know how people from Tennessee talk, which guarantees equal access to all nonprofit organizations seeking to use our facilities after school hours. The statement said, this means we cannot approve or deny an organization's request based solely on its viewpoints or beliefs. But school board members Mauricio, yeah, that's right, Mauricio.
all right.
Yeah, I think that's good. But school board member Mauricio Calvo said the board would explore legal alternatives to
I got an alternative.
I was gonna do like a British accent, and then I was like, no, it's Tennessee. School board member Mauricio Calvo, who happens to be from England, said the board would explore legal alternatives to mitigate the situation.
Because she can't help herself.
Don't burn through all your accents. Save a couple.
School board chair Althea Green, who is also a pastor, said Satan has no room in the district.
All right.
The cast members on the show are the only 10s I see.
I don't get it.
Because we're hot.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Oh, I thought it was like
I'll
because the
go
state
first. No, that wasn't my joke. That was just
Yeah, no.
That was my compliment.
Ooh, is Amanda giving her first
3?
So now is my joke.
now is my.
Uh-oh, God isn't gonna like this. Yeah.
Ooh, maybe Amanda will give her first 2.
Man, we're
Go back
bringing
to
the-
complimenting us. Start with our eyes.
Comedy plus time equals tragedy.
Comedy that time was true.
That's really if I did that right away after the story, it would have been really good.
Comedy plus Ricky's timing.
Minus comedy.
It's all in Ricky's timing. He works in mysterious ways.
I mean, we might have a repeat of what just happened here. I mean, everything here seems perfectly innocuous. Science and community projects, puzzles and games, arts and crafts, torturing the damned. Wait a minute. I don't remember that in there before.
It was in really fine print on the flyer.
Pretty sneaky, Satan.
It's just the damned.
I didn't read the blood fine print. You know, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was arts and crafts in an elementary school library.
All that glitter.
It follows you. It goes home with you.
Couldn't see Satan through all the glitter. To be fair, I grew up with monsters who taught me how to read and count. Well, not living monsters, just monster flesh wrapped around a couple of beatniks' hands and arms.
Beatniks.
Beatniks.
Devilish. All right, kids, snack time. Now, your parents said you couldn't have these apple slices, but I don't see what the problem is. Go for it.
That's good.
I really liked it. The After School Satan Club series, not nearly as popular as the Babysitters Club series, but still banned in Florida.
Satan Club meets in a Tennessee school district. Pick up your kids before 4:45.
I don't get it.
What song is it?
Did you make that song up? Totally? Like the
Tennessee
melody
Whiskey?
too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did not sound right. Satan Club meets in a Tennessee district. Pick up your kids before 4:45.
Did it not sound right?
All right.
Your love's is sweet. It's Tennessee whiskey. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
As After School Satan.
Shall I?
Yeah.
All right.
Pearls before goddamn swine.
The school district stated that, quote, "We cannot approve or deny an organization's request based solely on its viewpoints or beliefs." Interesting, said a representative from NAMBLA.
Well,
I'm trying to remember what NAMBLA is.
Google it.
Look it up.
let's not say it on the show.
Is it gonna like fuck up my
No,
algorithm?
just Google it. Put in your information.
Follow
Yeah.
any link that you see.
Click OK.
I'm just gonna Google what.
Use a Tor browser.
I know I should
Yep.
know what it is, and I've heard of it many, many times.
I know I should.
I know I should know.
Robert,
Let's
my
wait for
husband,
it.
talks about it all the time.
Oh my god! Listeners, if you are like me,
Guys, we'll post the link in the episode description, okay? So don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll post links in there.
Yeah.
if you're driving, just don't Google it while you're driving.
Robert will edit in an image, of course.
Sure,
as he
sure,
talks
sure.
about it.
Tip, look it up on somebody else's phone.
The After School Satan Club is what my pastor called any co-ed hangout at a friend's house.
That's cute.
And he was right.
My jokes were way better than that.
Yeah, but mine is cute.
Let's
Yours were
find
negative
out.
too.
Let's find out officially
Yeah.
what those jokes
Jokes
were.
were sweet.
All
I was about to
right.
say what
As
those jerks were.
Genovese.
Okay, so I would like to point out that we're gonna get used to 4 not being 0. We will get there.
I don't think it can be done.
She's like introducing 3.
From the
Please
makers of
welcome to
four.
the stage. You've heard it 1 and 2.
For those of you where 4 is a little too much to bear, here's 3. Just
Okay.
to really stick it to you.
So let's just start with Ricardo, so we can meet the 3 again.
We're going to get well acquainted with the 3 right now.
Bring back 2. Bring back 2.
Okay, so
We're not ready for that yet. Carly.
What unusual, Carly.
first joke aptly titled "Uh-oh" earned a 3.
Uh-oh, God's not gonna like that. That was cute too.
Uh-oh, Ricardo's not gonna like that.
God. Exactly.
Okay. The second joke, the Beatniks, I gave a 4. The third joke, the Tennessee whiskey cover. I want to support you, so I gave that a 5.
Look, it makes effort.
That's like justice. What do they call that? Like
So
yeah,
after the fact.
after the fact justice.
Coddling.
Yeah,
Enabling.
restorative justice.
Restorative justice. Look that up.
Are you talking about? Amanda, I thought you were so brave to give that 3
Sesame
earlier.
Street joke was solid. That
I
was
think
a really good joke.
I personally think that was the best of the 3 for Rick. So give that a 5, give the other one a 4.
Think of it however you want to, and then add more points to that.
I don't want to think of your jokes.
Okay.
I think Amanda's going to receive some after the fact justice.
Okay. So
Carrie Law.
I'm thinking of a superhero called After the Fact Man. Just like shows up late. He's like, well, is everything I do now clean up?
What a boring show. Dico, he only comes after the credits roll. There's a whole episode that's not the show.
that's great. Okay. So Jeremy, we started with I wrote arts and crafts. I gave that a 4. The band books, pretty good. Gave that a 4. And then the co-ed hangout, I loved. I gave that a 5.
Guys, we're heading downhill.
Okay, Bob. The Damned, I gave a 4.
Damn.
He even gives the damned on that.
I know.
Well, they deserve it.
That's why they're damned.
It's not a 0. Okay.
Speaking of torturing the damned.
Apple Slices, I gave a 4. And Nambla.
Oh.
Nambla, I gave a 5 because you
interesting.
got a huge laugh from Vanessa, and that
It
deserves.
was so inappropriate.
I know.
I think her reaction was more like, oh no.
Can you, now that I know what Nambla is, can you redo the joke?
No.
I missed something for sure.
Well, you can
you
go
didn't.
back and listen to the episode.
Gotta listen.
It was something like he read out, they can't be denied services, and Nambla goes, interesting.
Oh, that's a good joke. That's a good joke.
Gee, thanks.
Now that I know what it is.
Okay.
Piece of shit.
So we close the round out.
She's a piece of shit, but she's got hundreds of dollar bills in it.
Oh, baby, I'm so
Some value.
in one Hundies.
In my undies.
Hundies in my undies.
Episode title. Boom. Undies in my undies. I'm sorry, Amanda, go ahead.
Okay, so we close out round 2. For round 2, Bob got 13, Jeremy tied him with 13, and Ricardo got 12.
Oof.
So
This is
going
hurting.
into round 3, actually, Bob and Ricardo are tied with 27 for the lead, and Jeremy close behind with 26.
Ooh, I like it when it's exciting going into round 3. It always
Because
is.
anything can happen
Well,
in round 3.
I know anything can't happen because I really don't think anyone's going to get a 2 in round 3. But
Yeah, but somebody could get a 7.
some things
That
can
does happen now. Yeah, even though 4 is not 0.
I know I have 2 solid 4s coming. I know that.
And
Robert was at a hotel and he's like, hey, I got 2 solid 4s.
I just wanted to brag. You can't come by.
and because of all that money I ate, I have 2 solid, two solid Hundies coming.
Round 3. Carly could shit her pants in round 3.
Eeyore calms everyone down during earthquake warning at Tokyo Disneyland. A 7.6 magnitude earthquake, which hit central Japan on New Year's Day, was said to be the strongest in the region in 4 decades, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. Tens of thousands of homes were destroyed, triggering tsunami warnings. Among the affected cities was Tokyo, where buildings were shaken. During the sudden and frightening turn of events, a wholesome moment was captured on camera at Tokyo Disney, showing a Disney mascot stepping up to calm down visitors. Families were seen crouching in groups after an earthquake warning was announced over the theme park speakers. In a video,
Earthquake warning.
yeah, they said it in English.
Yeah, that's
In a video, an Eeyore mascot could be seen using hand gestures to calm down children. While the earthquake warning blared over the theme park speakers, the mascot, still in costume, could be seen signaling everyone to put their hands over their heads. Around 100,000 people were ordered to evacuate the
I just
park.
thought, like, what if someone did die, like they died and you die in an Eeyore costume? Has that ever happened?
There's like
there
some
have to be
thing where you
stories,
can't die.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to
Disney
take
wouldn't
you
have died
off
at Disneyland.
before,
Well, I
before
mean,
they'll let the doctor declare your.
It's technically like a loophole because Disneyland is not a huge place, so they can get you outside pretty quick, and then they go, oh, well, you know, they died outside.
Well, now
Time of death, 9:54 plus the tram ride.
Finding our car.
Do you remember where we parked the ambulance?
yeah,
Pinocchio.
yeah, Pinocchio a lot.
They're like, we gotta fast pass this guy out of here.
Is Pinocchio or Peter Pan? They have the same hat.
Put him in a wheelchair; he'll get out faster.
Fast passed away. It's actually not called Fast Pass anymore. I think it's
it
called
not?
Magic Genie Pass now.
What?
Well, I guess that you can get a Fast Pass through the Magic Genie
Oh, that
Pass.
ruins all our jokes.
Which genie is it? Will Smith on the?
I think it's your
Slap you
your
right the
cartoon,
fuck out of it.
your cartoon Robin Will.
Awesome. All right, Bob, you want to start us off?
Sure thing. Eeyore is seen gesturing for everyone to put their hands over their heads. However, he is telling people to put their head between their legs and kiss their ass goodbye. Classic Eeyore.
They're still investigating where the earthquake started, but all signs are pointing to outside where an overhyper Tigger was bouncing around. God, I fucked that up.
I meant to say the N-word.
All signs. Oh, shoot.
Guys, can I try again?
Yeah, all signs are pointing to where an overhyper T-word was bouncing around outside.
That just reminded me of a joke that Ricky told pretty recently. That what was it? The wonderful thing about Tiggers is that what? What did you say?
Why don't you go back a little?
Domo arigato for noticing me. Stay tuned for further safety.
Looks like we have different criteria for 4s and 5s.
No.
Oh, do all of your jokes as equal.
Unfortunately, Tigger is still missing after being bounced into the Sea of Japan.
Did you screw that up too?
No, everything is not racist. The Bob guarantee. Can't speak for these folks.
The mental note, and I say it into this. Schedule a black person on the show to make up for this.
There's restorative justice.
Yeah, that'll make up for everything.
It's like, we're not racist. We will have black friends.
Someday.
Oh,
The earthquake, guys. The earthquake was catastrophic. These characters now officially live in an 85-acre woods.
Oh, nice.
Some of my best friends will be black because I can't be friends with you guys anymore.
The whitest among us over here.
The whitest among us. That's the episode title. It's all part of the Natural Disaster Exchange Program. Soon my neighbor Totoro will usher children out of a U.S. wildfire.
Wildfires.
Shut up! You know what I meant.
Fires everywhere.
You know what I meant.
They're all really long and about the Satan Club.
Inflatable!
Oh, that was good, but was it in Eeyore's voice? No, it was not.
It's not.
Winnie the Pooh was launched by the earthquake into a tree. He will be missed. Died on impact. There was no hole in there. Yeah.
Pooh.
His head went right through it, though.
Yeah.
Made a hole.
All right.
Unfortunately, guys, Eeyore did not survive the earthquake, but he went out the way he lived, physically and emotionally crushed.
Pretty insensitive from Amanda here.
A donkey died in it.
A donkey with chronic depression.
It's always the ones you suspect.
It's always the sad people.
Yeah.
It's a stick house.
Crazy how that works out.
Meanwhile, at Universal Studios, the Minions help out park guests by eating a fucking banana. I don't know. They're fucking useless.
They would be helping the terrorists, actually.
Yeah, they'd be helping the earthquake. They're like shaking things in their lives. It's your earthquake machine.
I don't know what that is.
Man, I think I gotta watch that movie.
That's
never
pretty much
seen
it.
It's okay.
All right. That'll do it for the jokes in round 3. Amanda, who is our winner?
Yes. Okay. So.
How many 4s were there?
Whoops. Sorry.
That was a pretty strong round.
Okay. So, all right, Jeremy. We started out with the I wrote Tiga.
Soft.
Say it.
We're not on the show anymore.
We're being sucked into space. Okay.
And that's why I like not being in front of the camera.
Nothing offensive was said
You
yet.
go by producer Vanessa than instead of your full name.
Okay, so I gave that a 5. The 8 of 5 acre wood, I loved that. I gave that a 5. And then physically and emotionally crushed, I gave that a 5 too.
Sounds really good. I give you a 6.
Okay, Bob, the classic Eeyore, I liked. I gave it a 4. And then
I'm out. See ya.
and then your Tigger joke of him bouncing into the sea, I gave a 5. And Winnie the Pooh dying on the tree, I gave a 5.
For our sins.
Eat of
Okay.
this honey, or it is
And
my
then
blood.
and then Ricardo, your Eeyore impression obviously was the standout joke for me, so I gave that a 6. Your Totoro wildfires. I really
The Totoro wildfires.
I really appreciated the reference. I
Sounds like a hockey team. Wildfires.
All right, so I gave that a 5. And then the Minions one, I thought there were so many other places you could have taken that, so I gave that a 4.
Nothing more threatening on the ice than a wildfire.
Contributes to their losing record.
Okay, so we close
Do a lot
out.
better in a puddle.
We close out round 3 with Bob with 14 and Jeremy and Ricardo with 15 for round 3, which means, all right, you ready? Okay. Second place is a tie as usual. Bob and Jeremy with 41.
I heard
Winner.
second place as usual, Bob.
And you are correct.
I'm giving him company now, though.
Not so lonely down at the bottom.
You know how when you have like a pet rat?
You can't just have one guinea
Yeah.
pig.
So,
Okay, get to my win.
So then, yeah, winner of the episode with 42 points, Ricardo Leone.
Congratulations.
So quiet.
Thanks for the support.
The pose of our savior Pooh.
Just that sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Somehow, good, big win, but also like one of the worst showings ever. I mean, feeling wise,
Really?
Like, that was.
Aw, what?
I got beat up this game.
This was a strong episode. Hard fought.
Well, it was really
You
good.
started the
say hard
episode
fuck?
when
No.
Amanda gave you a score that wasn't acceptable to you. Like,
You're right.
classic Eeyore.
I learned my
Classic
lesson.
Eeyore.
Thank you, Eeyore. Thank you, Satan, for teaching me.
speaking of Satan, I have a burning question.
All right.
worshiping me. That was Satan.
Okay, burning question. Burning
Okay.
question. I got a question for you. Has anyone here ever catfished a dolphin? Burning question. Okay, I'm going to take it back to the middle story about the Satan Club, actually. I want to know what clubs in school you wanted to belong to but never joined and say why you never joined them. Like, was there anything that you felt like, okay, I'll start while you think. This triggered something for me because
Carly's burning question section where she asks us, "Can I just tell you guys a story?"
I think it's appropriate for me to fill the blank space while you think of your answer, because I've been thinking of this question, so I have an answer.
For years.
Okay, for years. I always wanted to play sports, but my parents wouldn't let me, and so I
You're
was
just
always
so bad at it.
I was always
We don't
really
want to get
jealous.
embarrassed by you.
No, so like I did a lot of like choir and theater and things that
kidding.
like if your kid does theater, you don't have to go to all the rehearsals, you just go to the show. But if your kid does sports, you gotta go to you gotta show them the practices, you gotta show up to all the freaking games, and there's a lot of games and they're all out, they're not all at your school. You gotta
Sure.
travel. So I wanted to play anything. I would have played any sport. I wanted to play softball. I would have played soccer. I would have played
Badly.
I'm really no. I'm athletic. I'm not good at basketball, but I'm good at sports with my feet.
You can see it on OnlyFans.
There's a lot of sitting in basketball, right? Yeah.
If they had women's flag football when I was in high school, I would have played it.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
I would have run on my hands and thrown the ball with my feet.
The closest to a sport I was allowed to do was like dance and cheer. And even that wasn't what I really wanted to do. What I really wanted to do was play a sport. But my mom wouldn't let. I know, I feel so sad for myself. What about you guys?
My high school had a club called the Freestyle Walking Club. Which you guys would go on walks together and just like do tricks like
rapping.
Isn't this a Monty Python sketch?
Wait, is this real?
Silly walks.
No.
Is this real?
Yeah.
This is real?
Yeah.
Tricks?
They would do tricks. Like if there was a little small wall there, they would just like kick off the wall.
Do they have a skateboard?
No, it's freestyle walking.
It's like tiny parkour.
You're
Yeah,
making it up.
not real.
club.
This cannot be real.
Yeah, we went to the
was a
same
club.
school.
You're making it up.
I swear it was a club.
Yeah, didn't all three of you go to the same school?
Yeah.
No,
I feel like there was just like two kids that would like walk around and do goofy shit, and Jeremy is like, man, I wish I could be friends with those.
And here they are today.
Well, my parents,
He sees the kid do a cool trick, and he goes, "Oh man, I wish I could do that trick." And then the kid goes back to him, "Join the club."
but my parents wouldn't let me.
They're like, you're nerdy enough.
They made me do serious walking.
You weren't allowed to even pick up any coins or anything.
Plus, they have to go to all your practices where you're doing this weird shit. Who wants to see that?
Good hustle. He's doing the hustle.
Not too much. It might count as dancing.
That's a separate club.
I know, because I had to do that.
Martinez, you're dancing. Get out of there.
DQ'd. Wait, was it competitive?
No, it's just social.
It's a team sport.
That's
You made it up.
this is not real.
All right, next, Ricardo.
I don't know. I did what I wanted to do.
Oh, you lucky little
If it was a
bitch.
Satan club, I was like, yeah, that'd be cool. But then I thought about who's going to go to the Satan club. Probably like those dumb goth kids who need to wash their faces.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean the makeup. I meant like because their faces were greasy with that.
You liked dumb goth kids in high school.
Rick.
Some of them.
You slept with some.
I would like somebody.
I would have joined that club, but I didn't want to because some of the kids had pimples.
Listen,
No, I just can think of like the certain kinds of like they're like conservative white folk. You know what I mean? They're like they wanted to rebel and then now they're annoying.
so I think the big takeaways here. Rick thinks he was too cool and he had sex with teenagers. So
Nothing's changed.
Face of Nambla when I looked it up.
Oh my god.
our president.
So many flyers.
Some even go right to houses.
This man lives in your neighborhood.
This man, the president of NAMBLA, has moved into your neighborhood.
Oh my god.
Not just the president, I'm also a client.
We will be meeting after school 500 feet from the school building.
You'll notice us with the funny walks
Yeah.
because we're trying to hide our erections.
How would we get some real dumb, gullible kids? I know. Pretend there's a walking club. Freestyle walking.
And that's how you and Jeremy met.
Yep,
You were in the youth chapter of NAMBLA.
that's right. I was an awkward, pimply goth kid and Ricky the Flower Guy.
Okay, anywho.
A white conservative.
I'm a white conservative.
The legends are true.
Amanda.
I don't really have one. I mean, I was in a few things. I mean, extracurricular stuff, and
Yeah, I think you're the only one who was discouraged from joining a
but
Jeremy wanted to walk all the time.
you wanted to do cool tricks with the walk. walking club. Yeah.
I just want to walk, sit in that fucking chair.
They're like $60 dues. You can do that at home. $60 dues. You can do that.
But your story reminded me of when I was in middle school. Our neighbor, her daughter was like a varsity cheerleader, and she was like, if you want to do that, I'm not taking it, because it would be like practice at 5 a.m. And
It was really early.
and she
It's when your legs can split.
she
the
got
most.
a taxi to come and get her at 5 a.m. for all the practices, which is like
Yeah.
a lot to
I
shell out.
didn't do cheer until I was a junior, so I could actually drive myself.
Yeah.
Before then, nope, not doing anything. Not doing anything. It sucks.
Yeah.
The kids have to wake up so early.
Yeah, that was a big problem, I think, for me, just waking up early. But I wanted to try a bunch of stuff. I wanted to do wrestling. I wanted to do baseball, basketball, etc. Because this might surprise people, but I was a very energetic, active kid. But I wanted to try all that, and I wanted to try performing as well. But I was just so shy.
I'm surprised you were
shy.
once a kid.
I know, that's weird. I carry all my school books in my Halliburton briefcase. But yeah, like I was so shy. I couldn't bring myself to try out or do any of that stuff. So.
And your asthma was worse, right? Was
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But yeah, so I just settled as one of those greasy-faced, acne-ridden kids.
Vanessa, what did you do? He tried to join.
If there was maybe an art club, I would have joined that. But honestly, I hated school so much, I just wanted to leave.
Yeah.
I did join one club because they had free pizza that day and I was hungry. And then I had to go volunteer and I was like, damn it, I just wanted pizza. The pizza's over.
And that's how she joined the Communist Party.
Actually, Vanessa, I might have mentioned this on the show before, but when I was in middle school, I was like one of maybe like 5 other Jewish kids in my middle school. And like all my friends went to Youth Alive, which was like the youth Christian movement.
Oh.
And they always had pizza. And I was like, fuck this. Like, my friends are going. I'm going to go to Youth Alive, eat some pizza, hang out with my friends, continue to not believe in Jesus, and go home. And all my friends were like super psyched because I think they thought like,
you were thinking about it. Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm here for the pizza, you idiots. And
I did go to Model UN. And there was pizza there. When I found out there was not always pizza, I didn't go.
Whenever the Italian delegates weren't there.
Yeah. I suppose I wish I had stayed in teen court because we didn't have enough court. Yeah, I did teen court. Yeah.
Coming to NBC starring John Larroquette.
Teen court is really fun because you defend kids you have classes with. Like, so you know about like, the time that they tried to take a bunch of balloons.
Like real?
Yeah,
like,
no, it's real. So it's like a deal they can make where they do it in teen court. So like after school, I would go in and I'd be like, someone I just had English with is like on trial for theft.
This was a sanctioned club?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, this is a normal thing.
they did not have that
This
at
is
my
what we
high
did
school.
behind the bleachers.
I went to a school where there was a big gang problem.
Yeah.
Because I lived in maybe not the wealthiest area of town.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of like kids who like had really shitty lives and would join gangs. I can't imagine what teen court would look like. It's like defending Jimmy for bringing like a cocaine to school or something.
No, it's so weird. It's so fun. I was always a defense.
I might just be a high school kid.
I was a freshman too. We did it when I was a
Freshman
freshman.
lawyer.
So they just be like, "This is your defense attorney," and it's
Lawyers
like me.
for freshmen.
Unfrozen freshman lawyer.
Yeah, no, it was really. I only ever did defense, and I usually won. And then one time, the one trial that I just remember just being hilarious, because this is in my head forever now, because we had a German exchange student on prosecution that week.
Like that
And my God.
I was only following orders.
That was both teen court and Model UN.
And he took it so seriously. I mean, we were there for like, God, at least an hour and a half. And we were just like, can we please? And it was a girl who she was on trial for stealing a whole bunch of balloons from a party city. And
I heard she was on trial because she locked a Jewish kid in the closet and farted in there.
Gas chamber.
when I got the defense,
I need to know a ton.
that's terrible. So, and he had her on the stand asking for so long, to remember when she was exiting, because her thing was I was just going to call to my friend or something.
Oh, gosh.
When she was exiting, do you recall the balloons, which were such and such feet high, and the door height was this, bumping against, so you have to lean down,
Wow.
and I was just sitting there dude.
Did this have a lighthearted tone to it, or was it very?
No,
did
this
kids
was-
take it
this
serious?
was-
Yeah,
This
were the
is
other kid? There was
very
prosecutors too.
Yeah.
And there was real punishment,
Yeah.
sentencing.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah,
know.
Who was the
swirlies.
judge?
I guess it would have been maybe our advisor,
Kraft.
the manager, probably.
Oh, Aaron Kraft was a judge, so everybody lost.
But you get community service. It was always kids would just get some amount of community service hours, and then we had a little tiny jury.
So that's interesting. You had a courtroom with prosecutors and defendants, and Jeremy walked funny.
Wanted to walk.
Desperately wanted to walk
Wanted
funny.
to walk funny.
So, folks and listeners and viewers, if you have gifted children, one day maybe they can be on a podcast.
No, if you have gifted children and you don't let them do the clubs they want to do, they will be on a podcast. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the parents.
not a
Identify
threat.
those talents, ladies and
It's a
gentlemen.
promise.
All right. Well, that will do it for this episode. Thank you for listening and watching. You got to know us a little bit, as well as hear some potentially offensive jokes. But if you enjoyed that, you can hear more by going to our Patreon. And for signing up for $3 a month, you get our entire back catalog of episodes, featuring classic episodes such as stuff that I didn't prepare. And but a lot of funny stuff. We're talking over 360 episodes here now, almost.
Are you looking up an episode, Jeremy?
Maybe.
So while he's doing that, I can tell you that if you can't do the money, if you can't support us financially, then just
Oh, Ricky.
Sorry, and our pussies.
Well,
Oh,
you can
don't
go back.
say that.
You can go back and listen to episode 250, where the category header of my written jokes was Woody eating poo and crocodile COVID. I don't know what any of that means, but if you want to find out what it means, go back and check out episode 2.
I don't know what it means, but I'm certain with crocodile COVID, someone sang the crocodile rock.
Oh, for sure.
Someone sang it.
For sure.
I did. It's written in the book right here. All right. Yeah.
so there you
Listen to
have
that.
something to look forward to if you support us financially. But if you can't do that, then just share, subscribe, tell your friends about the show, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All that stuff really helps us out. So please do that. Is there anything else we'd like to mention?
No.
All right.
Sounds good. We'll let you know when we do trivia again. With that, I'm Jeremy Martinez.
I'm Ricardo Leone.
I'm Bob Timmons.
I'm Carly Kastner.
I'm Amanda Kerberg.
And I'm Vanessa Flores.
This has been another episode of 1, 2, 3 Jokes.
Wait, what are we calling this episode again? Hundies in my undies.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I wish.
I wish I had shit covered money in my underpants. That's the dream. Oh, somebody just got a deposit.